Hey world, it's Ben Willie come back for another video. And I just want to address Black History Month real quick to let you know that it is, it has been, and it will always be as long as it exists in this particular society, in this nation. It's going to be a crutch for victimology. How dare you think that awarding people that were the most disenfranchised people in this nation, based on your educational system, say that these individuals were slaves, okay, and not do anything about it, to give one group of people a history month. It's like, it's so disingenuous. I mean, what is Black History Month supposed to do? Other than talk about Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, everybody was in the 60s, which is ridiculous. The fact that, and I get it. I understand why the intellectuals, uh, the so-called intellectuals, uh, so-called entertainers, so-called professional athletes, this class of what they would call the black bourgeois. That's the higher echelon of individuals in a certain economic class, multimillionaires, billionaires. And don't it, and it should baffle you that, well, I got to give, even though I don't subscribe to these fake actors, only one of them shared the same ideology I share when it comes to Black History Month. And that was Morgan Freeman. I mean, you can kind of Google him or YouTube an interview that he did about Black History Month. And what Morgan Freeman said was, you know, the guy asked him, how do you feel about Black History Month? And Morgan Freeman dismissed it so eloquently by saying, why would I want a Black History Month? There's no White History Month. There's no Jewish History Month. There's no Mexican History Month. There's no Arab History Month. So that alone is disingenuous. And to paraphrase what Morgan Freeman said, it's Black History Month. Black history is American history. How can you separate the two? And the fact that in 2023, we still, and it's so disingenuous. I mean, what has happened other than the young man in Memphis get beat down by Afro-melanated cops? There was another incident where a young lady was punched several times. An Afro-melanated female was punched several times by a cop. Here in H-Town, we have the state of Texas want to take over Houston Independent School District, which is the largest school district in Texas, one of the largest school districts in the United States, which is a predominantly Afro-melanated Hispanic district. But the whole state of Texas is saying they want to come over and take over. Black History Month. Right now in Jackson, Mississippi, bad water. No one's done anything about it. You know what I mean? And so I don't like to play this victim crap. What I want to say is Black History Month is a farce. I think it's ridiculous. As an educator, I teach my students, individuals they never heard of before. Like Lewis Latimer, Dr. Otis Boykins, Garrett Morgan, Benjamin Banneker, Imhotep. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it's not, district-wide or nationwide for that matter. I just think it's ridiculous. Pay yourself first, family. Save and invest. Like I say, right now, this whole economy is overvalued. They saying that they shooting down spy balloons. Think about that for a minute. We are really in a bad situation when we believe in that China can send a spy balloon over here and it goes from China past the Atlantic, past the Pacific, all the way across the country. And then you shoot it down. But then you have 4 other objects that you shoot down that wasn't pretty much publicized. So the deception is real, family. All these diversions are ridiculous. My heart goes out to our students, to our kids, because they've lost 2.5 years of education. And being in education, I really see it. And it's unfortunate. And, school districts are talking about going to 4 days a week because of a lack of teachers. There's not enough teachers. Pay teachers, you'll get good teachers. Don't pay teachers, you're going to have this situation. You did. So, like I say, Black History Month, and it's the shortest month of the year. It's also the same time as Valentine's Day. I mean, come on, man. I mean, how much more can you not acknowledge it? And when I say acknowledge that Black history is American history. Acknowledge that you people did a lot of horrible, terrible things. And our kids today not supposed to know about those things. They're not supposed to know about the Black codes. They're not supposed to be taught about the Jim Crow laws. They're not supposed to be taught how in the 50s and the 40s and the 30s, as a Afro-melanated male, you would go to prison or be killed for even being involved, intimately with a white woman. I mean, think about that. How y'all say that the Great Migration from the South, after slavery and after oppression, there were 64 million African Americans migrate from the South to the West Coast and to New York. To me, that is ridiculous, because this is the same group of people that y'all say was forced to go from one side of the country to the other side of the country with the Trail of Tears. And that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna be historical, let's be accurate. So-called African Americans are the Native Americans. Are you serious? So the history is crap. It's his story, not history. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, family. In the meantime, between time, may the Most High and Saudi bring you joy. And being what is out of 5,000.